Hey babes, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're back, and if you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe and join the Bash fam. So today I have a fun one for the beginners. So this video is all about the products you should definitely get if you're a beginner in makeup and don't know exactly what route to take or where to start from. I'm going to be breaking it step by step, products you actually need and products which it's really not necessary. There are a lot of steps that have been included into makeup that honestly isn't necessary, especially if you're a beginner. Like, you need to take it easy. So this video is just going to give you guys the breakdown of what you should get as a beginner. Okay, so first of all, what I like to start with is like a lip moisturizer, because yeah, so I like to start with a lip moisturizer. I'm going to be using this lip balm. It's from Bold Cosmetics, and as a beginner you don't need a lot of products, but a lot of people have their own type of fixations. A lot of people are obsessed with like highlighters, a lot of people are obsessed with blushes, but as a beginner should what's it called, I feel like a good obsession to start with is lip products. Till now I'm still like obsessed with like lip gloss, even though I'm not like a beginner. So yeah, I have a lot of lip products. Moisturization is so important, and as a beginner you should like have a lip balm, a lip gloss, lip liners. Those are your staple. You need a lip balm, a lip gloss, a lip liner. With that, like, your lips is fine. You don't even need a lipstick or like a matte gloss. But if you like matte, then go for it. Bonus points if it's from Bold Cosmetics or if it has SPF in it. So yeah, so next, what you need in your collection, you're going to be needing a face moisturizer. And what the one I use, like this is like the only face moisturizer I've really actually had. This is the Fenty Skin Hydro Visor, and why I really like this one is because it's an SPF and also a face moisturizer. Like, that is the perfect combo. Whenever you want to start your connection, you need an SPF to protect you from the sun, and you also need something that would like moisturize your skin to help with like if you have wrinkles or like stuff like that. So I always use this SPF and moisturizer combo from Fenty Beauty, and then I just put like dabs on the skin, nothing too crazy. And then something I forgot to mention is you need a brush set. Okay, nothing too fancy, like you're just getting started in the game. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need like a big well-known brand brush set, but you just need a set that has the basic items. And I prefer you would get like a brush set that has the names and the use for it on the brush. I feel like it will help you out so much, especially as like a beginner person, because you might not know what some brushes are for, but like it provides a guidance for you. I'm going to tell you guys one of life's biggest cheat code which is a pencil. Okay, so what I mean by that, if you're a beginner and like you have so many colors to choose from, just pick a brown pencil. Like, whenever you're like put with the option of which pencil you should get, just get a brown pencil. You don't need anything else apart from if you have like looks in mind that you like to try different colors. But a brown pencil is literally life's cheat code. Why? Especially because you can use it for your lips as a like lip liner. You can use it for your brows. All you have to do is just like put more pressure to make it darker. You can use it on your lids as a like kind of eyeshadow and blend it out. Like, brown pencils are literally makeup's cheat code. You heard it from me. Go in with a spoolie. Again, you can get it should be in your brush set. If you have a brush that doesn't have a spoolie, like, send me a picture of the brush set. I just do my brows. If you don't know how to do your brows, I already have a video up on how to do your brows as a beginner. Next is a concealer. You need a very good concealer, and what I suggest you to do is you should actually go to the brand's store. Like, don't just buy something online. You should actually go to like the store of the brand and actually have their makeup artist test it out on your skin, so you don't pick the wrong concealer, because a lot of beginners go through the dilemma of picking the wrong shade of concealer or the wrong shade of foundation, and like you kind of lose morale because you just wasted money on something they can't even use. So I suggest you go to actual professionals and actually ask for their help in picking out a concealer. They're just a like newbie, so they should probably help you out. And what I like to do is I use my concealer as a multi-purpose. I use it as an eyeshadow primer, and I also use it like under my eye to actually conceal under my eye. So yeah, it's a multi-purpose. You don't need like a eyeshadow primer if you're just a beginner. If you want to, you can have it, but like that's just absolutely not necessary. All you need is a concealer, and personally I believe using a concealer as an eyeshadow primer is the best for me. I don't know, it just always comes out better than actually using a shadow primer. So I just use an eyeshadow primer and then I set it with a powder. So now I'm just setting it with a powder for my brush, just leftover powder. Okay, so I quickly did the other eye off camera, so I'm just going to show you guys the process. Okay, so first of all, after you're done with your base, what you need next is a good multi-purpose powder palette. I don't know, have it somewhere on the screen. I can't show you guys mine because it looks bad, and if you don't take care of it, it gets really messy when it breaks. So you need a multi-purpose powder palette. What you should look for when you're shopping for yours is you should look for the ones that come with multiple shades, which is dark, cream, and like a lighter cream. And then you should look for the ones that have blush. I see a lot that have like 2 blushes, 1 highlighter. That is exactly what you should look for. Some have concealer. I won't advise you to get the ones with concealer, just because if the other powders were to break, it's going to spoil the formula of the concealer and make it quite dried out, so it's be so just get the ones with multiple shades of powder, get the ones with the blush, and get the ones with the highlighter. That is a really good start. What I like to do, I usually use my powder palette as a base color, so I use a dark color from the powder palette and I use it as my base like almost all the time. Like, I barely use the browns from my other palettes if I have my powder palette out, so it's just a game changer. Just get a really good powder palette. So I'll just use the brown as a base shade and build up from there. And this is a Ziova brush, and here it's concealer buffer. This is what it's meant to be used for, but I use it as a blending brush because like it's very fluffy, so it really gets the job done. But if you're a beginner, use it like how it's written, because these people study this thing, so you should probably take their advice because you really don't know what to do with it. But if you like start out and maybe they said this one is a concealer buffer, use it as a concealer buffer and it doesn't come out the way you like, you can like try experimenting with other like shapes and density of brushes. You don't always need a brush, like it doesn't always have to be something fancy, but yeah, it gets the job done. And I feel like using your finger sometimes gets the job done better, because like the one from the finger helps the pigments actually like soak in more and show. So that's what I just do. And with that, I just go in with the same brush and just kind of blend them out together, so it doesn't look harsh like the eye is divided. So once I'm done with the eye, what you need next is a really good liner, a really good black liner. As I said, you can always like use your pencils to do this, but like it's for more advanced people that know what they're doing. If you're a beginner and you try to use your pencil as a liner, I don't have to tell you what will happen, because you already know, because you probably already tried this before. A good quality eyeliner, like this, can make or break your experience with eyeliner. A lot of people struggle with it because they just don't use the right product. You know, it might be an eyeliner, but is it really an eyeliner? Like, what's it doing for you? So I just like to use a really good sharp eyeliner, and it should be really black or whatever color you really like. Draw my eyeliner. I get really nervous for filming myself doing my eyeliner on camera, so bye. After eyeliner, I like to go in to like curl my lashes a bit before I do that. This is completely optional. As a beginner, you don't need to be doing this. Like, you don't need this tool. Don't go and plug out your eye or eyelashes just because like a mascara is just fine, but I'm more advanced, so I know what I'm doing. I like to go in with a mascara, a good quality mascara. Like, when it comes to thick things, you need good quality. It's so expensive, but it needs to be something of quality, or it can mess up your experience with makeup. So I like to go in and then just apply the mascara. Now on to the next part of the makeup, which is foundation. Again, same as concealer. What you should be really going for when you're shopping for foundation is you need to go into the big stores and actually ask for staff help, because this can be quite tricky. Like, no matter how many times you watch a video on how to pick the right concealer, until you go out there and get like the experience and maybe probably help, that's when you actually know. So I usually like, it's kind of tricky. So as a beginner, you should go in before you make a purchase of a foundation. Don't just like buy it from off what you see on the internet. So yeah, I always use like a good quality foundation. Try to learn all you can about it. How does it oxidize, or does it have like any skincare benefits? Next, I would go in with a concealer, because this is the actual purpose of a concealer. Brighten the under eye and dark spots. So yeah. So after that, next you want to go in with contour. Your contour. Me, I use a pro concealer by Adventure Makeup. This also, you have to go to like the brand's store if they have, or like seek professional like advice before you get it. Also with like concealer, all your liquids, basically you need like professional advice. Okay, so next I like to go in with a setting powder, and guys, you need this brush actually. So we have covered, you need a brush set, you need a beauty blender, and then you need this brush. Like, first of all, when it came out, I was just like, what's the big deal about this triangle stuff? But it really gets the job done. It really gets in the corners where you're actually meant to set. And then you need a good setting powder. There's so many in the market. Like, there's so many setting powders in the market. You need a good one. You can get the ones that are pink, that gives like a pink undertone under your eye. You can get the banana one, you can get the normal yellow one. It's just something that's ordinary. I'm not going full gram, so I'm not going to be baking. I'm just going to set my eye. There's actually a difference, guys. So yeah, you just set under your eye, your T-zone, under the contour you just did, just to give it a sharper edge. And anywhere else you probably think you'll be prone to sweating. Usually I would go in with like a liquid brush before I use my setting powder, but as a beginner you do not need a liquid blush. Like, I'm trying to be minimalist here. You don't need a liquid blush to be exact. You just need a good blush. You can get either a powder blush or a liquid blush. They basically do the same thing, but you don't need like two of them at the same time. So yeah. Using the blush for my powder palette, I just use it on my face. Again, a powder palette, a lifesaver. Like, anything you see like as a palette is probably a good deal. So yeah, look out for those. And then next I'll go in with a highlighter. Now you can use the one in your eyeshadow palette if you like the shade, but I'm not really a fan. It's like kind of like a yellow highlighter, and I want something light, so I'm going to be using a different highlighter. I'm just going to highlight my face with my fingers. You can use a brush, but I like using my fingers. So that's the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if I forget to include anything to the video, please follow my socials because I'll probably update it on there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.